Hello and welcome back to my channel. Let us start with designing processes. Okay, so it is a part of operations management. I will first define and make you go through what is process and what is process planning. So a process is group of related tasks that specific inputs and outputs. Processes exist to create a value for the customer or the stakeholder or the society in general. Process design defines what tasks need to be done and how they should be coordinated among people or the entire organization. Planning, analyzing, and improving the processes is the essence of operations management. Processes are planned and analyzed and redesigned as required by changes in the strategy and emerging technology. Okay, so that is what is process. Process strategy is an organization's overall approach for physically producing goods and providing services. Okay, process decisions should reflect how the firm has chosen to compete in the marketplace or to reinforce the product decision. Uh, in this series, I will be going through process planning, analyzing innovation of process as well as the technology decisions related to the process. Okay, let me go through what is process planning. Okay, process planning determines how a product will be produced or service is to be provided. It decides which components will be made in-house, which will be purchased from a supplier, selects process, develops, documents the specifications of manufacturing and delivery as well. So we will discuss outsourcing decisions in today's video. In coming up videos, we will also discussing about process selections and process plans. Okay, so today's agenda is outsourcing and I might cover process selection, but then the video will become too long. So that is why I'm just thinking that I will go only through outsourcing this thing. So what is outsourcing? A firm that sells the product, assembles the product, makes all the products and extracts the raw material is a complete vertically integrated company. But most companies cannot or will not choose to make all the parts that go into a product. A major strategic decision that how much of the work should be done inside the firm. Okay, the decision involves the question of dependence, competence, building, and prior knowledge as well as the cost behind all of this. So for the process planning, we need to decide which items will be purchased from outside suppliers and which items will be produced in our own factory. So the basic outsourcing decisions mainly depend upon these 6 criteria. I will take you one by one through all of them. First being the cost. Buying the cost of buying the item from a supplier includes the purchase price, the transportation cost, various taxes, fees, and all those things. The cost of coordinating the production over long distance and increased inventory levels to cover the demands during a lengthy lead time can also run high. The cost of making, whereas the cost of making those items can include labor, material, overhead. Some basically existing overheads does not disappear when some products are outsourced. Spreading overheads over a fewer products can actually increase unit per cost. In some situations, a company may decide to buy an item rather than make it or vice versa depending upon the company. So when from a cost standpoint, it would be cheaper to do otherwise. The remaining factors in this list represent non-economic factors that can influence or dominate the economic aspiration. So next is capacity. Okay, companies that are operating at less than full capacity may elect to rather buy the products rather than creating them, especially if maintaining level capacity to produce items is less. Sometimes the available capacity is not sufficient to make all the components, so the choice should be made that typically it is better to produce or customize or volatile the products in house and to outsource steady products with high slash volume standardization. Okay, so basically what I want to say here is that things that are needed to be more specific to your product, which are not generalized, should be made in house, and those which are standard should be outsourced. Next is the quality. The capability to provide quality parts consistently is a very important consideration for an outsourcing decision. It is easier to control the quality of items produced in your own factory. However, standardization of parts, suppliers, certifications, and supplier involvement in a design can improve the quality of supplied parts. So, in this event, that the quality becomes a problem, increased monitoring of the supplier can significantly increase the cost. So, you have to make the decision. Next is speed. Okay. The savings from purchasing an item from a far off vendor can be eaten up in the lengthy offshore shipments or transfer or the transportation cost. At other times, a smaller supplier can be more flexible, can adapt quicker to your designs, technologies. Of course, the speed is very useful and reliable, and is also sometimes cost efficient. Next is reliability. Suppliers need to be reliable in both quality and the timing at what they supply these products. Unexpected delays in shipments or particularly filled orders because of the quality rejects can wreck the manufacturing system. Many companies today are requiring that their suppliers meet certain quality and delivery standards. So the most common quality certification is ISO 9000. Other companies assess huge penalties for an unreliable supply. Some automakers, for example, fine their suppliers uh, from anywhere uh, $30,000 for each hour of delay. So basically, reliability is very important for a manufacturing firm because if suppose a main part that is required to start the product, uh, it cannot be done just, and there can be a lot of revenue losses and more such things if the outsourcing supplier is not reliable. So that is one thing that needs to be considered thoroughly. Next is expertise. Companies that are especially good at making designing certain items may want to keep control over their production. For example, I'll take Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola would not want to release its formula to its supplier, even if there were guarantees of secrecy. Although automakers might outsource many of these component parts, they need over major components such as engines, transmission systems, etc. The Japanese, the Korean firms are currently learning the US expertise in aircraft design and manufacture by serving as suppliers of component parts. Chinese markets are also often flooded with cheap knockoffs of goods manufactured by suppliers in that country. The protection of intellectual property is a major concern in extended supply chains. So that is one thing you need to take care of, that whom are you buying from, who is your outsourcing firm. So to sum it up, the outsourcing decision can be a long and continuing process for take, deciding between a single purchasing outsourcer or a joint venture. Single contractors are used if the outsourcing decision is temporary or the products are standardized like commodities. and suppliers are chosen based on the lower cost. Most of the time, the strategic alliance signify that the supplier is an important long-term partner, then the cost of consequence of switching the suppliers would be significant. Companies share more information with strategic suppliers and work with them to solve problems, to improve processes. Joint ventures are used when entering a foreign country for the very first time or as a condition of operating in another country. Risk, resources, and rewards are shared among the equity partners in a joint venture. So, there are many things to be considered before outsourcing, and this is one of the very important tasks of an operating manager to make sure that his decision is right. Because if not, there can be a huge loss. The product will not be delivered at time. Maybe if the product is delivered the quality is not good, maybe your formulas will get leaked if you don't choose the right outsourcer. So there are a lot of things, or a very big threat is that because of the low quality or delay or such other things, the mass, your customers, your consumers will not accept the product. That is one very big risk. So before taking a decision, a thorough go through is very needed under outsourcing. So that's all from my end on outsourcing. Next time I will be presenting you on process selection. It is also a very important topic, so please stay tuned for that, and thank you. Do like, share, and subscribe.